Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic, the OpenAI Assistant API and its incredible feature known as the Code Interpreter. The OpenAI Code Interpreter Assistant is a powerful feature to write, debug, and execute code, exploring datasets, creating visualizations, and performing statistical or mathematical analysis. The assistant uses Python libraries to perform computations or build solutions for technical tasks. Alright, let's jump right into the practical side of things. First, we need to log into the OpenAI API platform. If you don't have an account yet, simply click on the Sign Up button to create one. It's quick and easy. You can use your email address to log in, or you can easily log in by using your Gmail account. After successful login, you'll land on the OpenAI dashboard, where you can manage your API keys and much more. Let's go to the Playground section. This is where you can test different models and interact with the OpenAI Assistant. In the Playground, you have the option to experiment with various AI capabilities. But today, let's focus on creating our assistant. To create your assistant, head over to the Assistant tab. Here, you'll find an option to initiate a new assistant. First things first, you'll need to choose a name for your assistant that reflects its purpose. For instance, if it's focused on a store, you might call it SalesBot or something fun and catchy. Once you've decided on a name, it's time to give some instructions to your assistant. This step is crucial, as it defines how your assistant will respond and what tasks it will excel at. Consider including contextual prompts that outline the kinds of questions your assistant should be able to handle. For example, you could specify, "You are a helpful data analyzer. Your duty is to analyze the provided data and provide the specific results as per query." These instructions help the model understand its role and how best to assist its users. Once you've defined the instructions for your assistant, the next step is to choose a model. This is a crucial decision because the model determines your assistant's capabilities and performance. Let me explain the key features of two popular models, GPT 3.5 Turbo and GPT 4.0. GPT 3.5 Turbo, fast, cost-effective, and great for general tasks like answering questions, basic debugging, and content generation. GPT 4.0, more accurate, better at complex reasoning, creative tasks, and handling large context, ideal for advanced projects. Now that we've set up our assistant, let's dive into one of the most exciting features, the Code Interpreter. But what exactly is a code interpreter? In simple terms, it's a feature within the OpenAI Assistant that allows the AI to understand, analyze, and execute code and other data for analysis purpose. In the next section, we'll look at some real-world examples of how to use these features in action. Let's keep going. Now, let's see how our assistant performs with a simple calculation. I'm going to ask it a straightforward math question. What is 40 plus 40 multiply 5? And here's the result. The assistant calculates that 40 plus 40 multiply 5 equals 240. So, the assistant not only gives you the correct answer but can also walk you through the logic behind it. It clarifies, the calculation is performed like this. First, we do the multiplication, 40 multiply 5 equals 200. Then we add 40. 200 plus 40 equals 240. Whether you have math problems or more complex coding questions, you'll find that the assistant is a powerful ally. Ready for more examples? Let's keep exploring. Alright, let's challenge our assistant a bit more with another math question. This time, I'm going to ask, what is 10 minus 10 multiply 10 and divided by 10? As we know, we should follow the order of operations, parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, from left to right, and finally, addition and subtraction. Let's see how the assistant handles this one. And here's the answer. The assistant calculates that 10 minus 10 multiply 10 divided by 10 equals 0. So there you have it. The assistant not only performs the calculations accurately but also adheres to the correct mathematical principles. It's a great way to double-check your work or understand how to approach problems step by step. Are you ready for more? Let's dive into some more complex queries. Now we've explored some math questions, let's transition into something highly useful in today's data-driven world, data analysis. In this segment, we'll be working with an Excel file containing 3 years of sales data, covering 2022, 2023, and 2024. As you can see, our dataset includes the following columns: order ID, customer name, order date, country, city, category, product name, price, quantity, and profit. Each of these columns tells us something different about our sales transactions. We can analyze the data by filtering by year, product category, or city name. First, I'll upload this Excel file to the assistant. The code interpreter can directly read and process Excel files, so we don't need to pre-process anything manually. Now that we've uploaded our Excel file, let's ask the assistant to calculate 2 key metrics: total sales and total profit. The assistant processes the data using Python and provides the calculations. As you can see, the assistant quickly calculates the total amount of sales and profit we have made against the sales. This demonstrates how the assistant can process your data accurately and efficiently, saving you valuable time. Now let's cross-check the assistant's calculations by manually verifying the data in our Excel sheet. We will manually check the total sales by selecting the sales column. And you can see total sales is perfectly matching with the sales figure calculated by the assistant. Just like sales, we will also calculate the total profit by selecting profit column. And the total of the Excel sheet and figure shared by the assistant is equal. The assistant's calculations are matching our manual results. This shows how reliable and accurate the code interpreter can be for data analysis tasks. Now, let's narrow our analysis to a specific year, 2023. We want the assistant to calculate the total sales and profit we have made in the year 2023. As you can see, the assistant has filtered the data for 2023 and calculated the total sales and total profit data in the year 2023. Let's get even more specific with our analysis. Suppose we want to calculate the total sales for a particular city. Let's say Los Angeles, in the year 2024. This type of query is extremely useful for analyzing regional trends and performance in specific time frames. Let's ask the assistant to handle this. The assistant quickly filters the data and calculates the result. With this feature, you can easily analyze trends and performance by city, product category, or any other specific column. Now let's cross-check the assistant's calculations for total sales in Los Angeles during 2024 by manually applying filters in our Excel sheet. Let's filter the city column to show only rows where the value is Los Angeles's. And filter the order date column to display only rows from the year 2024. And we can calculate the total sales by selecting the total sales column. Or you can apply the sum formula to find the total sales in specific period. As you can see, the assistant's calculation is correct, giving us confidence in its accuracy and reliability. Let's refine our analysis further. Suppose we want to calculate the total sales for a specific category, office supplies, during the year 2023. This kind of filtering helps identify performance trends for specific product categories over time. Let's ask the assistant to handle this for us. The assistant quickly filters the data and calculates the total sales of the item office supplies in year 2023. One of the standout features of the assistant is its ability to predict future trends. With the help of the Code Interpreter tool, we can use the last 3 years of sales data, 2022, 2023, and 2024, to predict sales for 2025. Let's ask the assistant to predict next year's sales based on historical trends. The assistant might use a simple model like linear regression to analyze the trend. As we can see, the assistant predicts total sales for 2025, based on the upward trend from the last 3 years. This prediction can be incredibly helpful for budget planning, setting sales target, inventory management. Now let's identify the city that has contributed the most to our total sales over the last 3 years, 2022, 2023, and 2024. This analysis is perfect for understanding our top-performing locations and directing future strategies accordingly. Let's ask the assistant to handle this. The assistant identifies that in which city our highest sales over the last 3 years came from. Data visualization helps us better understand trends and patterns. Let's ask the assistant to plot the per-year sales as a graph, so we can visualize the performance over the past 3 years. This visualization clearly highlights the growth trend over the last 3 years. Such graphs are not only informative but also ideal for presentations and strategic discussions. The assistant can create other types of visualizations too, like line charts, pie charts, or scatter plots, depending on what insights you want to showcase. Ask the assistant to show the data in any type you want. Now, let's learn how to access the OpenAI Assistant using Python in Visual Studio Code. This is especially useful if you want to integrate the assistant into your own projects or automate tasks programmatically. First, we need to install the OpenAI Python package. Open the Visual Studio Code and open the terminal window by going to View and Terminal. In Terminal window, type the following command: pip install OpenAI. OpenAI Python package is already installed on my computer. This is why it is returning the message. Requirements already satisfied. We've created our Python script with the name of chatbot.py. Let's walk through the steps to integrate the OpenAI Assistant. First, we need to import the OpenAI library into the chatbot.py file. To interact with the assistant, we need an API key. Let me show you how to generate it from the OpenAI website. Open the official OpenAI website. You will find a setting icon on the right top. Click on this icon to open the settings page. You will find API key menu on the left. Click on this to open the API key page. Click on the Create New Secret Key page to create a new secret key. Write any name for your key and select Default Project from drop-down menu. And click Create New Secret Key button. Our new API key is ready. Copy this API key and paste it in the script. To interact with a specific assistant, we need its assistant ID. Here's how to get it. Go to the OpenAI Playground on the API platform. Select Assistants from the sidebar. Copy the assistant ID displayed under the assistant name. And paste the assistant ID in your project. I have written the full code to interact with the assistant. You can get this code from this video description. And there you have it. Your assistant is fully functional and ready to handle queries. Now it's time to run our script. Open the terminal and run your script by typing python chatbot.py. Remember, If you used a different file name for your script, replace chatbot.py with your file name. Once we run our script, the assistant will display a default message. This default message can be easily customized by editing the code. Now, let's ask the assistant to calculate the total sales from our provided file. The assistant will analyze the uploaded data and return the total sales. Now we want the assistant to calculate the total sales from the year 2024. The assistant will analyze the data and return the total sales for 2024. To ensure the assistant's calculations are accurate, you can verify the results manually. Open the Excel file, filter the order date column to only include 2024, and calculate the total sales by summing up the results. As we've seen, you can explore data for more specific queries. Since we've already covered this in detail, I won't repeat the entire process. But I hope you now have a clear understanding of how powerful the OpenAI Assistant can be for solving complex math problems, debugging code, and analyzing large datasets. Whether it's handling simple queries or working with detailed data analysis, the assistant is here to simplify your tasks and save you time.